Hello everybody, this is Goofs Fox coming at you with two 500 cost matches here in the Gelgoog High Mobility Type VG, also known as the Gelgoog R, and also known as Vincent Gleisner's Gelgoog. These are both going to be rated matches here, and this first match is going to be on the Ravine map, while the match after this is going to be on Mining City, and this is going to be the level 2 version of the VG here, and if you've seen the title of this video, you're gonna know what I'm getting with this in terms of levels for the suit, but I'll start off with just the basics here, kind of talk a bit about the suit, because really just kind of picked it up at random at 500 and have really been enjoying using it. It's a suit I have not used in a very long time now, so it was a lot of fun to get it out, but yeah, the Gelgoog High Mobility Type VG is a native 450 cost general. It does have a level 2 at 500, which is the version I'm using in this video here. And for the suit, you do have some really nice weapons here in your kit. You do have your own special beam rifle, that being the Gelgoog R beam rifle GN. And this is pretty much kind of like the standard Gelgoog beam rifle, where you fire it uncharged, you do some damage, and if you do a charge shot, you will be able to get an instant stun. You also have the beam Naginata as your main melee weapon. This is the same beam Naginata used by most Gelgoog variants, and also has the standard Gelgoog melee pattern, so pretty nifty melee there. For your secondary weapons, you have the Gelgoog R beam rifle linked status, and that's when the beam rifle goes onto the backpack, and it fires a instant stun round that is stop to fire, but it can do some pretty good damage, and again, also just good if you want to try to get a instant stun. And speaking of instant stuns, you also have a grenade launcher attached to your beam rifle as well, so that's another sub weapon you can use to get an instant stun as well, so yeah, some really nice combo potential with the suit, with that there. And then you also have the Gelgoog shield for defense, which mine just got destroyed. And yeah, the suit also has really good range stats as well, so definitely really worth using your range weapons for the most of their abilities, especially if you also build the suit for range. You can do some pretty good damage with it, so yeah, pretty good strengths for the VG here, and you have a lot of standard skills here. You do have emergency evasion systems, you are able to do a dodge roll. You also have melee combo controllers, you have 2 melee attacks, and aside from that, you have some force injectors, quick boost, high performance balancer, and a high spec ambac. So again, a really standard list of skills here for a general, and again, really been enjoying playing the suit. It's been a lot of fun getting this out, especially at 500. I've really been enjoying it, and that brings me to the question that I have for the title of the video, and just something that I was really wondering when playing this suit. How does the Gelgoog High Mobility Type VG only have 2 levels? It's very curious to me, because a lot of other Gelgoogs recently have been getting, like level 3, level 4, some already have level 5. I don't know if any of the Gelgoogs go to level 6, but I know level 5 seems to be the highest most Gelgoogs go. I believe the Gelgoog Jaeger is up there, the early production Gelgoog also up there. There's a couple of them that are level 5, but the more interesting thing that also kind of made me question this is the amount of just higher level Gelgoogs we've been getting in more recent times. For the Char's Gelgoog, we recently got that in a level 3 and a level 4. We do have the also recent Johnny Wrighton Gelgoog, which has 4 levels out of the gate as part of its special banner. And then we also have the Uma Lightning Gelgoog, which I believe had a level 4 through a I think it was limited missions for the level 4 version of that suit. So again, a lot of Gelgoogs recently have been getting level 4 versions, and it just feels weird that for how long the VG has been in the game, it seems like it's been almost left behind in a way, and really sad to see that, because again, this suit is really a lot of fun. I've just really been enjoying playing the suit in 500. I played it a bit in 450 as well. I didn't get a whole lot of 450 matches with it. It was on the mirrored impact site, so haven't got a whole lot in 450 yet as of recording. I'm hoping to try it a bit more at its native cost, since Again, really good suit for 500 with its range stat, so really hope to try to get some more matches in that. Unfortunately, I have support fire on me right now, so I'm going to dodge out of that, but yeah, I really would like to see the suit get some higher levels in the future. Again, primarily level 3 and 4, like the other Gelgoogs have been getting recently, and this isn't the only Gelgoog that is kind of stuck at that point as well. The Gelgoog Cannon JN, I believe, is also still stuck at 2 levels, but given the Uma Lightning and Johnny Wright Gelgoogs are both at level 4, I wouldn't be surprised if we see the JN get a level 3 and 4 at some point, and there's a few other Gelgoogs that are in the list as well. The Gelgoog Vertexes, I believe, are also all level 2. That one's a bit more understandable, though, because they are all higher cost units, so, if you make them level 3, they're going to be at 700, and level 4 at 750, which would be very interesting to see the Gelgoog Vertexes at 750. I'd actually be very curious to see how they would perform in that instance, but yeah, there's a few other Gelgoogs as well. There's some I'm not remembering, but I do know there are some others that I believe are level 2. The Crabgoog, I don't remember the exact name of it, but I think it's the GK for that one. That one's also level 2, but I'm kind of getting off track here, just talking about the other Gelgoogs that are at level 2 only and not at level 4. And again, I just find it weird for the VG, because this suit is one of the older Gelgoogs, and that kind of also brings me to another topic about this suit, was also thinking about some possible buffs for the VG here. I do think there are some things they could add to it to, maybe make it a bit more of a popular suit, since I really don't see it all too often these days. So, really a few things I think I would like to see for this suit, or really the main thing I would like to see for this suit is the Pursuit Range Aux program skill. I really think this suit would benefit from having the range version of the Pursuit Aux skill. When you do more damage to targets that are knocked over, I think that would be a really deadly skill for this suit, and it's something that I think would, again, really make the suit a bit more popular, kind of have it see a bit more usage. So that's really the main buff I can kind of think off the top of my head. I believe they buffed the suit before, because I believe the linked status beam rifle, it used to be a it used to take your whole, overheat. It used to overheat when you fired one shot, and I think they changed it to make it, you keep some of your, energy for it, so, I know they buffed this suit before, but, that was before we have a lot of the skills that we have nowadays, so really would like to see something like that. And before I continue on with this, kind of go into why I want to see this suit get buffed, especially, we'll look at the first match here on Ravine, see how we did. And hey, did get top in individual, and looks like we beat our rival as well. And first place overall with 5 kills and 2 losses. Not too bad for the first match there. And that's gonna next is gonna take us to the Mining City match I had here. Again, also gonna be at 500 in the level 2. And yeah, part of the reason I think the suit should get some more skills, in its tool belt here, is because the Uma Lightning Gelgoog in particular, kind of looking at that suit, I feel like that suit has gotten a lot of really good skills and, buffs in general. Ever since they did, the level 4 version and did, the unit adjustment with it, that suit has been popping up way more at, pretty much, I think, every cost that's available. I feel like for most costs I have seen the Uma Lightning Gelgoog at least once. So if they can do that with that suit, again, I would really like them to do the same with the VG here. Again, really just kind of focus more on its range aspect, because I think it just makes it a really good, it's just in general a really good ranged suit. I said in general, so I didn't want to say general twice and say a ranged general, but that's pretty much what I think this suit would be the strongest at, just being a ranged general with the weapons it has. I don't know if they could add any weapons to it, unless they really want to go crazy and add a Jirobi beam for the link status beam rifle as another sub-weapon. I don't think they would do that, as cool as that would kind of be. I think the kit in terms of weapons is pretty good. I mean, I guess if they wanted to buff the main beam rifle in some way, they could, since this is the only weapon this suit can use is this particular beam rifle, and this suit is also the only suit that can use this beam rifle, so really if they wanted to do some type of improvement to the beam rifle, there would be really nothing stopping them. One of the things I kind of bring up a few times when it comes to weapon buffs is that sometimes I think it's hard to do because so many suits use a particular weapon, but again, the VG here really doesn't have to deal with that. It has its own beam rifle. I'm actually kind of surprised no other suit has access to this beam rifle, even if they don't include the link status. I know the Uma Lightning Master Grade kit, I think, comes with this beam rifle, so I'm actually surprised that that suit can't use it, but, you know, again, just keeping this suit, or keeping this weapon exclusive to this suit, again, really makes it open to what kind of changes they could do with it, if they, you know, chose to do so. Personally, I think the beam rifle is actually pretty good for the suit. I really don't see a reason to change it, because again, you have two instant stuns with the suit, with the linked status beam rifle and the grenade launcher, so, really, yeah, again, I don't see too much they could do with the beam rifle, unless they wanted to buff its damage, again, like more range damage, kind of focus on the range general aspect, but, yeah, again, kind of just rambling about things that I think I would personally like to see for the suit if they did choose to buff it, or if they chose to make a higher level, like what things they could add or change to, you know, kind of fit that suit better, but, yeah, really that's the main reason I wanted to make this video on this suit, is because just the question in my head of, like, how does this suit not have more levels for how old, like, and I don't know if it's, I don't really know how old this suit is in particular. I know it is one of the older, like, Gelgoog variants in GBO2, but I don't think it's, like, super old. I know when I started playing this game, I think it was already in, so I don't know if this was a suit that was added at the start of the game. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what the lore for the VG here when it was added into the game is, unfortunately, but, again, you know, still a really fun suit for what it has to offer, and would really like to see, you know, really like to see a higher level of it. Maybe it gets some newer stuff, something like that, since again, a lot of the Gelgoogs recently have been getting some pretty decent treatment, so I don't think it's too, you know, out there to give this suit a few extra things, you know, just to kind of help it keep up with the times, so, yeah, that's really most of what I wanted to say here for this suit. Again, though, really fun suit. Would actually recommend giving it a try if you have either of the levels for it. Again, especially, I've especially been enjoying the level 2 version of this suit. Really hope to play the level 1 more in the future, but the level 2 version has proven to be really reliable. As long as, like, you can get the range damage off, you can do pretty good with it. So, yeah, been having some fun there. Kind of checking the base here. I think there might have been an enemy pilot. Unfortunately, my grenade was a bit too low there, but I don't think there was actually an enemy pilot here. I think I was more just checking there. And yeah, the grenade also has a pretty quick reload time as well. So, again, pretty nifty weapon to have there. But yeah, right now our team is pretty much stuck at our base. I think for the rest of this match, we actually kind of stay at our base. The enemy team has all of the control points, so there really isn't too much for us to do here, aside from, like, stay at the base where we can all spawn in with each other. So, ends up working out pretty well, though. So, right now, just trying to see if I can get some range damage off. I do see there is a Proto Zeta X1, so definitely something I'm going to try to aim for here, try to get some of that really good range damage, and yeah, over 1,000 and over 2,000 with a grenade into an uncharged beam rifle. And get the charge here. A little over 3,000 for the charge on the beam rifle, so, again, really good range damage, especially to raids, so definitely, I think, a highlight for this suit. Yeah, you can get some really good combo damage there with just the range weapons, and the beam knocking out of 2, the melee is also pretty decent for it too, like, get a decent melee stat, so, you know, if you want to go in for a downswing or two, that is also possible, but Again, really I think the range strength is where this suit really shines. I did see the enemy pilots go into the base there, so trying to see if I can get them, but first kind of finishing up the enemy's mobile suit here. And let's see, try to fire another grenade. Unfortunately, I hit the crate again. Just kind of the weirdness of GBO2 when it comes to aiming, just kind of missing. Not really missing, but just like not really calculating where the grenade is going to fire from, but yeah, looks like we are going to be doing pretty good here. Even if the enemy team does plant a bomb at our base, it's not going to go off in time, so nothing to really worry about. Unfortunately, my legs have been damaged, so I'm going to be, you know, walking slow here for a bit, but still going to see if I can try to do the best I can here. Again, just kind of the benefit of being a range suit really just allows me to stay back, and I don't have to move in. I can just kind of be a bit more supportive here, which is I'm doing pretty well so far. I also forgot to mention the design of the suit as well. I really like the design of the VG. I really wish this thing had a kit of some kind. I'm only assuming it doesn't because of the, you know, unique design for the legs. Maybe it's a bit hard to translate that, but you know, maybe as a master grade or something, that'd be a pretty nifty thing to have there. Would really like to see this suit as like a kit, or maybe a figure too. A figure would also be kind of cool, but that's going to be the end of the match here, and let's see how we did with this second match on Mining City. And you've got some good works in the chat there. Mission completed, and I didn't get on the board this time, but I still was able to beat my rival, so pretty good there. Second place with 3 kills and 1 loss. Did get second place in damage, so again, kind of going back to what I said, you can do some really good damage with this suit, so yeah, that's everything I have for this video here. Just these 2 good matches for a suit that I really think should have been shown off. I just have not seen this suit in a while. I haven't seen anybody talk about this suit in a while, so really just wanted to get some good footage with it and talk about it. And again, still kind of have that question in my head, why is there no level 3 or 4 of this suit? But you know, again, hopefully we'll get that sometime in the future. I would really like to see it, and yeah, I'm gonna end the video here before I end up rambling about more of this suit and just Gelgoogs in general. So yeah, comment down below what you think about the Gelgoog High Mobility Type VG. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.